Hi, I'm Dan Resler. Today I'm joined by the Princess of RTS, Mr. Paul Pratt. I was trying to think of a creative name. I think that's a cute one. Yeah, and this is Battle Gamer News, your third or fourth or maybe fifth favorite choice in gaming news.
Ooh, we're getting up there, aren't we?
I know, we are somewhere in the top 10.
Ratings are soaring.
I know, with these specific viewers, not like everyone.
Yeah, of people who watch our video, we are very popular.
Yeah, I'm almost certain of that. You got any cool stories for me today?
Alright, so for those of you who have the iPad or iPod, you may be familiar with the Fruit Ninja game. Ooh. Which is a game in which there's fruit and you are a ninja and you slice it.
I have a tremendous score. Yours is slightly better. That's upsetting.
Yes, it is. It's unfortunate for you, actually. Yeah. Not so much for me. But some fans of the game have actually decided to make a real-life variant of this.
Yeah, we have the video right here. Real-life variant turned out to just be a guy without his shirt slicing at fruit.
With 2 knives, of course.
Yeah, that seems safe.
Yep.
That was pretty fun. You know what else we got? We got Minecraft Connect. That sounds funny. You can't actually play Minecraft with Connect, but what you can do is you can stand in front of your Connect computer thing, add-on for your Xbox 360. Camera. And what it does is this program will take your picture like this, and it'll convert it into Minecraft blocks. So there's like a massive statue of you made out of Minecraft blocks in the middle of the world.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like how long until that descends into like middle fingers and all sorts of other stuff. But it's pretty cool. Yep, yeah.
And what they've done is they've done they've taken several of these pictures in a row and they've made it look as if it's actually a movie of like a cat or a person like actually moving in Minecraft.
Yep, Minecraft animation. Now
cool stuff. Alright, so Nintendo releasing their newest console, the 3DS. I guess if you want to call it the console, it's a handheld console. They've announced their price point for the little device, $250. That's how much it's going to set you back to get 3D little handheld.
That's kind of a lot for just a handheld, but
I don't know. I mean, what was the DS price point initially?
I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't as much as that.
It was. It was up there though. Definitely.
I mean, we're approaching like what the Xbox cost now,
and even that is relatively cheap compared to some of the statistics we're getting about how much the PSP2 is going to cost. Are frightening. Because they've got to compete with the iPhone, which is marked as $100, but they get all their money in contracts. So because the iPhone actually costs like $500 to produce,
like per unit.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So they've got to compete with something that costs a lot more, and they can't charge those monthly fees. Difficult situation for Nintendo and Sony. What else is a difficult situation? Whether or not to buy Dead Space 2. Not actually difficult at all. You should buy it. It's a tremendous game, I'm sure. And it turns out when you do buy Dead Space 2, you'll also be getting a bonus in the upcoming Dragon Age 2, which is well,
there's reason enough in itself to buy it.
A BioWare game. Well, your content is actually not that exciting. I wouldn't get too hyped up about it.
I'm pretty hyped right now.
It's sort of cool. What you get is armor based on Isaac, who's the main character in Dead Space. You get armor in Dragon Age 2 that is based on his armor, which is weird because he's like super science fiction and Dragon Age is very much not. But they've sort of scaled it down and made it look, they've merged the two styles. I don't know. I'm probably not going to use that particular DLC, but it's there. Now we're going to throw it away to Thomas, who has a special feature that I'm sure is riveting. Take it away, Thomas.
Have you ever been sitting in your room wanting to play a good old video game, but you can't find the right one? Wrong! This is a pool cue! Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Thomas. Other interesting news, Portal 2 coming out for the PS3, which was originally sort of a big thing, because Valve, especially when the PS3 first came out, were super down on the PS3. But it turns out the Portal 2 version on the PS3 is actually going to be probably the best version you can buy.
Really? Why is it so much better?
You're going to get the game, obviously, and you're also getting cross-platform chat and multiplayer, so you can play with your friends on any of the platforms, and you get a free copy on Steam as well.
Oh, wow.
So you can play, and so like your save games will go across as well. So you can like start playing the first level on the PlayStation 3 and then come back and do the third level.
It's ridiculous.
I know, right? Valve has really been pushing integration with the PS3, so kudos to you guys.
All right.
What else?
Well, next up, Skyrim.
Much more man.
Yes. Voice crack right there. All right. Well, knowing that they're releasing it with a new engine, they're of course releasing a new set of development tools so that users can make their own content for it.
Yeah, which will hopefully lead to mods and that sort of thing.
Yep. And they've also released some screenshots of the game, and, alright, relief here, it is confirmed that Skyrim will in fact have rocks and a tower.
Oh, really setting new standards for the fantasy genre.
I feel like that's true.
That's tremendous. What else is tremendous? The Fat Shark, which is the developer that made the Lead and Gold game, which was a fairly popular multiplayer shooter on Steam recently. They're coming out with a new game, not multiplayer this time, it's an adventure game called Hamilton's Great Adventure.
That sounds promising.
Yeah, it actually does look kind of cool in a very cheap indie kind of way. Like, it's not a big game, but it's sort of like Indiana Jones almost. I guess a lot of platforming and that sort of thing. potentially good. I don't know. We'll keep you up to date on that one. Now we're going to throw it away to Josh, who has a feature that I'm told involves Commodore 64s. So take it away, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh with a little bit of a change-up segment from BGN. This is directed at some of our older viewers, maybe 30 to 40. This is about the Commodore 64 from 1985-ish, or 82. It's not that big of a difference. Anyway, they had smash hits like Adamino and Monty on the Run, even Grand Monster Slam, games that were Grand Slams themselves. Anyway, the point is, Commodore USA has brought back the Commodore 64 and has revamped it into this kind of netbook-ish type of thing, where it has a Intel Atom processor, which is 1.8 gigahertz. It also has a NVIDIA Ion graphics chip, which allows it to do YouTube videos. And maybe if you're lucky and you get one of the good processors, you can play Oblivion on lowest settings. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Josh. That was a cool report. You know what year it is, Paul?
Is it 2011?
You would be incorrect with that statement. It is, in fact, the year that the PS3 finally takes the Xbox 360 and having the most exclusives.
Oh, I see what you're going with here.
Yeah, because it's the PS3's year. I mean, think about it. Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2 was Game of the Year for most people last year. Tremendous, tremendous game. Looked gorgeous, was awesome, had Nathan Drake. I mean, come on. That dude's awesome.
Okay, alright. If you like story, then maybe Uncharted 3 is the game for you. But if you like sheer awesomeness, I'm gonna have to go with Gears of War 3. And guess what? Xbox 360 exclusive.
Yeah.
Answer, Chainsaw Gun. Alright, please explain how you top that.
Oh yeah, there's nothing more fun than getting chainsaw in the first 10 seconds of a match and then waiting 35 seconds for the next round to start. That's a blast and a half.
Well, if you're a noob, that's what you get.
You want to know what you want? If you want multiplayer shooter, you want Killzone 3. It's the best. It's the best 3 of the year. You notice that there's 3 threes. Uncharted 3.
Wow, that's a weird coincidence.
Maybe no new ideas in the gaming industry.
Maybe.
But Killzone 3 is going to be tremendous, just like the last one.
Alright. How about XCOM? Try that on for size.
New IP, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's just take like the best game ever of the past and like make it into a first-person shooter. Alright.
Okay.
Come on.
You want to know what ups that 100%? Best action game of a couple years ago? Sequel time, Infamous 2.
So?
Yeah, what do you got? I'll tell you what you got. You have that stupid Alex Mason game. What was it called? Nobody liked that game.
Perfect Dark Awesome? I mean, 2? Sorry, I just got a little carried away there. It's not my fault that the Perfect Dark Zero didn't do so well in the Xbox release, but I mean, come on, it's based on Perfect Dark. Like,
yeah,
awesome
okay.
game.
That was good, you know, like 10 years ago. But I'm sorry,
we've learned.
If the PS3 is the console of this generation and not like last generation. Like, for instance, Twisted Metal coming out. Jaffe's coming back with some awesome vehicular combat. You cannot up that.
Okay, if we're going to talk next generation, let's talk about the company that's been setting the graphical standards, Crytek, with Kingdoms.
Yeah, they're coming out.
We don't know much about it, but we know that it's going to look awesome.
Yeah, and when your Xbox, you know, crashes because it can't handle, you know, graphics that are good.
Well, it's a good thing that
back
Xbox actually has it, PS3 doesn't.
And then come back to the PS3, because this is where the graphics are at. Speaking of graphics, this isn't high-tech graphics, this is just pure artsy awesomeness. Journey coming out, that game company, again, with the best artistic game. You're gonna walk through sand. Actual.
Oh, you know,
yeah.
You know, be better than walking through sand. How about driving through sand with your body?
Oh my
with
God.
Forza Connect. All
Gimmick
right.
Central. You know what's better than that? I'll tell you what's 100 times better than that. Making your own games. Little Big Planet 2 just came out, first big exclusive of the year on the PS3. Go figure.
Wow, a sequel. That's exciting.
A sequel to one of the best creation games ever made.
Alright, how about a sequel to like one of the best games ever made? Mass Effect 3, it's the nuke, it's over. Xbox getting it.
Okay, here's
PS3 isn't.
Here's the deal. PS3 just got Mass Effect 2. Guess how long it's gonna take for Mass Effect 3 to come over? I bet not that long. We're gonna get it. We just gotta wait a little longer. Plus, here's the big hit, and you can't even block this punch. The Last Guardian, sequel to Shadow of the Colossus, largely considered to be the best game ever. You wanna know why? Because it is the best game ever. And Shadow of the Colossus is gonna be even better. So good. So good.
I'm still not convinced, you know, but
PS3 is having a strong year.
Xbox, you know, it's gonna be a good year overall, I think. What's that?
I'm not settling to any compromises. We'll see you next week, guys, with more gaming news. Keep it here, Battle Gamer News.